friends! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my September faves and fails. And again, as long as you guys keep showing me thumbs up on this video, I'm going to keep doing these. I know faves and fails really kind of are hit or miss really. So if you guys still like these videos, please let me know by hitting that thumbs up. Maybe leave me a comment below, just so I know if you'll want to keep seeing these in the future. Now let's dive into some makeup. If you are new to my channel, hi new friends. I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun, loud, and weird, unique videos I put out every single week. Today I'm going to be going through a lot of faves that I had in the month of September, and including my purchases from the Ulta 21-day sale, because clearly if I have bought something that I have repurchased because I want that deal, you know I really like it, so clearly it's a fave. And I think I only have like one fail, and it's only like a halvesy fail, so it was a pretty good month in September. And I do have a few lifestyle things to talk about as well. And of course, in these videos, I always love to shout out my frequent commenters that I see you guys all the time in my comments section. You guys are some of my favorite parts of the month, so I love shouting you guys out in these videos as well. And just a quick reminder, since it is the new month, the giveaway that I was doing with my Tarte Chisel palette that I got from Boxycharm is now closed. I'm going to be reaching out to the lucky winner this week, so fingers crossed. The first thing I'm going to dive into here is some of the things that I have repurchased in the Ulta 21-day sale. I've already touched on these, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but I haven't told you all of them yet. So I got mostly stuff that I've gotten either from Boxycharm or something you guys have told me about. Yeah, you guys are so smart. You know things. The first one I've already talked about is the Ofra highlighter in the color Pillow Talk. I really like this. I'm wearing it on my face today and a little on my collarbones and shoulders. I think this is beautiful. Highly recommend. Another thing is something you guys had told me was going to be on their side sale that they had going on, and it is these Pure Pro eyelashes that we got from Boxycharm like a year ago. These are the Diva lashes. I actually bought 2 pair and I adore them. Something else that I saw was on sale and I was pretty excited about it, because at first I hated this product from Boxycharm, and then after it kind of had a moment to age a little bit and get really good, I was obsessed with it. And it is the Tartist, and I said it right this time, Tartist mascara. I purchased this because we got it in the Boxycharm. Took me a minute to warm up to it. I think it needed to thicken up a bit, and then I became obsessed with it and loved it. So I have a fresh brand new box here. And something you guys told me about, again a mascara, is the Essence mascaras. Before, you guys told me to get the Lash Princess. This is the False Effect one, the green one. I also purchased, because some of you guys had told me you liked it, the Volume mascara, the pink one. So I have both of these, and I've been kind of going back and forth between them, which I tried to just open one and I couldn't do it. I want to play with both. So I do, and I love these, so thank you guys. I'm going to move on to a few other things. I am going to be talking about some Boxycharm items that I have been loving this month, but also some things that are drugstore. And I did not think I was going to get my hands on some of this because it was limited edition, and it was supposed to be in Walgreens only. Maybe you could buy the whole set online. I don't know. If I can go to a store, I'd rather go to the store sometimes. Long story short, I finally got my hands on some of the new Wet n Wild highlighters and bronzers. These were part of that collection that look like they're from Game of Thrones, but they're trying to pretend it's not Game of Thrones. It's like a spin-off. It's like the watered down version of the Fire and Ice collection. You know what I'm talking about? I really wanted to try one of their bronzers because I really love all of their buttery highlighters. I love a lot of the things that they have, and I was like, oh, I need to try this, but I couldn't find it at any store. I happened to go in to a Walgreens at 10:30 at night. I don't even know. It was ridiculous. It was nighttime. It's dark, and I needed to go in there for something for my husband. He went one way. I, of course, went towards the makeup aisle, and on an end cap, there was just 3 pieces left of this collection, and I was like, mine! I need this! It was kind of dramatic in the store. I have 2 highlighters to talk about and one of the bronzers. The other bronzer seemed really, really dark, so I didn't get it, but I got the Queensland Wet n Wild Icon Bronzer. This is a limited edition, so I don't know if you could still get this or not. I just got it last month, so it's totally possible. It looks really dark, so I was really curious how it would do, but it's actually a very warm bronzer. I've actually been wearing this for most of my videos since I got this at the middle-ish end of September, and I have really, really enjoyed it. Look, you can see how much it's just warmed up that one spot on my hand already. I really like Queensland. I have used this more than my butter bronzers because I've been trying to try it and kind of go back and forth with things. I really, really like this. I'm wearing it today. It kind of just warms up the face without being too much, and I can build it. And I like that about a bronzer because if something is like boom right away, I'm like, I got nowhere to go. I like being able to build. So I really like this. I didn't think I would because it looks intimidating. It looks way darker than I was expecting, but I like it. And the two highlighters I picked up, one is Glow Watcher and the other is Winter Falls in LA. I kind of went back and forth because I was like, oh, the Winter Falls in LA has this like iridescent-y blue glaze to it. So I was like, Nichole, how often are you going to use this? I mean, look at that. It looks beautiful. And I was like, Nichole, you have done some crazy things with highlighter. Get serious. Buy both. So I did. This one I like to use for like the inner corner and sometimes underneath the brow for just a little highlight depending on my eye look that day, but I have worn it on the face too and I really like it. I think this is super pigmented. It gives us such a fun glow that I think it's going to be great for October, and hello new month of Hallows Eve. Let's get into it. I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's gonna be fun. I may not reach for it all the time, but I just had to get it because I knew I would use it sometimes. Now the one I reach for much more frequently, and I'm actually wearing some of it today, is Glow Watcher. This one is just kind of like a stark white, and it is so, so pretty. Make a look glow. It really has this great luminosity to it. It has some great reflections, and it's not too much. Like this one can be a little too much. This one is more subtle, or you can build it to be bam. We know I like bam. We know you like bam sometimes too. So I am so pleased with the two of these, and I'm so glad I just happened to be at the right place at the right time to find them in the store, because when I was looking at them online, I was like, I wish I could swatch them because the bronzers look too dark. Not that I could swatch them in the store, but I kind of wanted to see them in person because I thought this looked too dark online, but in person I was like, I think I can make this work, and I totally can. And the highlighters, that's always harder to tell online. I like to see them in person, so I was so excited. Right place, right time. The rest of the faves I have in front of me are from Boxycharm, so if you do not have Boxycharm, keep this in mind. You can still purchase it without having to have Boxycharm, but this is something I've told you guys for a while I've wanted, and I ended up getting it in my Boxy Luxe, and this is the Smashbox Photo Finish So Chill Coconut Primer Water. I really enjoy this. I spray my entire face with it right in the beginning before I even put on any other type of primer if I think about doing that. Let it sit a second, and then usually I'll just kind of go in with more of a blurring primer and go right in my troublesome areas, and then I let that sit for about 5 minutes or so, and then I put on some foundation. Really, really enjoying this. I am noticing a difference, and I don't know how the best way to articulate it is, so I'm gonna play with it some more. You can tell I've already used it. It's already like here. Like, how's that happening? I need to slow down on it. I heard about this off of recommendations from other YouTubers, and I was like, primer water, that sounds so gimmicky. But now that I've had it and tried it, I really enjoy it. It really helps to the makeup to go smoothly on. I think it also helps to keep the makeup on. I'm so shocked by this. Speaking of foundations, something that I never thought I would say, and you may have heard me say this in my Boxycharm quarterly review that I just posted, I really love this foundation brush from Luxie. I am totally shocked because for some reason I've never been able to make them work. I always feel like they look streaky, they don't look right, but this buffs perfectly. This, in case you're curious, is the Luxie 732 Airbrush Foundation Brush. I really like it. I have not touched my actual Real Techniques sponge to do my application in a while. Like, the only thing I can think of that I've used this for recently was when I needed to dip into my Wet n Wild cushion foundation, because it's a little hard to do with this, but I'm shocked by that. I don't reach for brushes. I've always just not made it. I could never make it work. So I'm really surprised how much I'm still reaching for this, still loving it. And thank you again for some of your recommendations. Some of you told me below on the best ways to wash it, because again, I'm not used to this. So I'm like, do I wash it once a week, twice a week? How often? What do you use? Tell me your thoughts. I'm so appreciative. Some more brushes. I mean, Alamar is kicking ass so far, and they're a brand new company. These brushes are awesome. I love them. The crease brush is what I did to build my eye look today. I have been loving this packing brush even, and I wasn't even sure I was gonna like this brush. And then of course the flat brush that you can use to go under the eyes or right up by the brow, whatever you want. Loving these and reaching for them a ton. Now the fail I have right now is not really a full fail. It's like a halvesy fail. How do you have a halvesy fail, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. This is my ColourPop Brow Boss, and mine is in the shade Light Brown. I think this works great. I like how thin the tip is. I like how I can make false brow hairs with it. I really like how it applies, and I enjoy the color. So what's the problem, you ask? I'll show you. There is a brow spoolie in here. It is now stuck. Right after I got this, it worked for a hot second, and then it just got stuck in its own cap and it is broken. So in order to use this, I have to pull out another brow product to spoolie or get a different spoolie and go back and forth versus flipping around. So that's my fail. Not that I don't like the actual product. It's the packaging and the execution of the pencil itself. I can't get it out. First world problems, but still, it's a problem. Moving on to some lifestyle faves. One of them absolutely this month has to have been finally getting to do my beauty room tour here in my tiny house, and you guys are so loving and so amazing. So thank you again so much for being supportive and kind on that video and really being curious about what it's like to live in a tiny house, because that was really a moment for me that I was like, this is more vlog style, it's more personal, it's not about a product, and it's something that's rare, it's pretty unique. Not a lot of people have done this yet, so I appreciate the love and support on that. You guys are so respectful and so loving. Like, the internet can be a pretty volatile place, and I don't ever really see that in my comment section, and you guys are awesome. I so appreciate that, because I mean, there are some tiny house channels and some van lifer channels that really get a lot of hate, and I mean, also beauty channels obviously do as well. I mean, the temperature right now in the beauty community is a little rough, so I'm so grateful that everyone in my comment section is amazing, respectful. You guys are just here for fun and to talk about makeup and have a good time. There's no sass required, unless it's fun sass. That's just fun. All right, one more thing that I'm going to be talking about is, it's kind of silly because face wipes totally beauty, but at the same time, these micellar facial cleansing wipes are not only awesome for taking off makeup. I am not used to having so much white in a household. This actually takes off anytime if I have any kind of like makeup issue somewhere, or if there's smudging around my white walls. This does not take paint off, and it just removes whatever the potential stain is, or the potential like sullying of the white walls. I love it so much, so I need to go buy more of these because I think I've got like 2 left in here. Weird lifestyle thing? Yeah, but I still love it. Works well for that. Those Mr. Clean wipes always like wipe off paint, and I don't got time for that right now. And speaking of my amazing audience in the comments below, I need to shout out a few more of you this month, because like I say, every month in my faves and feels, I love shouting you guys out. You are some of the best parts of my month, and I just wouldn't be where I am today without you guys, and my channel is growing, and it's thanks to you. And I want to shout out Veronica Garcia. Girl, I am seeing you several times, even in the same video, leaving comments and love and your feedback and your thoughts on makeup. I enjoy that so much, and I know everybody else does too, because I love when we start conversations down there. And Christy Weaver, I see you down there a lot too, and you're just giving me your thoughts and your love and your support, and I'm so grateful. So thank you ladies so much. Thank all of you so much, and you never know, I see you guys all the time. You may be shouted out in my next faves and fails, and a lot of times I'm like, oh, I've already shouted that person out. I can't shout them out again, can I? I gotta give other people love too, so don't worry, I see all of you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, if you are new to my channel, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I put out every single week. Bye friends!